What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic. And have you got jeans? I've got jeans. This is Americana, which had the unfortunate miss, of falling into the Sydney Sweeney trap of the American Eagle jeans commercial. I would say fortunate had Americana made more money at the box office. But this is one of those sort of like measuring tools of, was it successful? Was it not successful? It didn't really seem to help this movie a whole lot. So Americana didn't turn out to be the next Sound of Freedom. So I'm going to guess no. But this is Sydney Sweeney, Walter Hauser, Halsey, Eric Dane, and it's fun. That's just what it is. I liked it. It's not going to be for everybody. It has like a 5.9 on IMDb and a 60-something Metacritic score, with like I think like a barely fresh Rotten Tomato. So I get it, and I can kind of see why. It feels inspired by so many things. First of all, it's like an anthology film that came out in the same year as Freaky Tales, so I immediately thought of Freaky Tales and was oddly comparing two films that have nothing to do. Luckily, they both have audio description. Americana is described by Tansy Alexander, and it's done by Icon Group, which is starting to do more and more audio description. Slowly, I'm starting to recognize them more. Audio description's good. It's fine considering everything that it follows. I mean, it's a pretty simple film. The only thing is that it's presented in chapters, and sometimes as you jump from chapter, you jump from perspective, and you end up sort of overlapping a perspective that you've already seen before, but seeing it from a different perspective. So that happens a lot throughout the film. But basically, there's a shirt that is valuable, and somebody steals it, and the Native American population, for which it would be an ancient artifact, would like it back. So, and the adults get caught up in the middle. Walter Hauser plays Lefty, who rushes into marriage frequently, apparently, just does not know the appropriate time limit on proposing, which is a good gag. It's a very different sort of performance from Sydney Sweeney. It's much quieter than I'm used to seeing from her. Very sort of unsure of herself. Not like her Euphoria character at all. I really liked Eric Dane here. I loved how we accidentally got two Euphoria cast members in the same movie. It's not even that big of a cast, and they just happened to stumble upon two Euphoria cast members in the same movie. Anyway, Eric Dane, great job here. I'm glad that we're getting a whole bunch of like late stage Eric Dane roles. He's been in a couple of other things this year. Countdown. He was also in another film this year whose name escapes me. That came out earlier this year. It's like another one word title. But the catch here, and what's going to be remembered for with this film, is that there's a little boy here who thinks that he's Sitting Bull. And it's one of those things that you'll either get it and it'll either make you giggle or laugh or not. But this kid is so deadpan and so straightforward with it, and the film plays it up, and it's not the main plot of the film, but is very much pertinent to the story at large. So I was immensely entertained by this little, like, I want to say 10-year-old boy walking around, saying that he's the reincarnation of Sitting Bull. I had so many questions. I was like, this kid needs his own movie. Why haven't we done this? before, where there's like a kid who believes that they're a reincarnation of somebody like that, and they just keep saying it over and over. Um, and maybe we have. Let me know in the comments. Because I totally want to watch it if we have like a kid that's like, not like an actual person. There's Birth with Nicole Kidman where Cameron, forgot his name, the kid from back then, Cameron Bright, there we go. Think, she thinks that he's her formerly dead husband. So that's interesting. But no, like a kid walking around as, I don't know, Joan of Arc, or I guess that's Joan of Arcadia. Maybe we've done this before. But for some reason, it's way more interesting when it's this little white kid walking around going, I am Sitting Bull. And even like the Native American population in the movie, the indigenous folk, they're like, wait a minute, what? No kid. And they kind of like play with him for a little while, and then they're like, no, come on, be serious. Like, so, but he never breaks. He just is always just like, no, I'm Sitting Bull. What my people have done is, and it's a weirdly great gag in my opinion. Like, I enjoyed every scene that he was in. He walks around with like a bow and arrow, which oddly does come in handy. And he just seems unfazed by everything. It's like he's never really in danger because he's Sitting Bull. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like as the tension mounts, the kid doesn't like break character and go, I'm a kid, this is too much for me. No, he's Sitting Bull. Like, he's ready to go. Like, he's hand that dude a bow and arrow, and he's so I like this movie probably more than some other people. I don't think it's like the best movie ever. I think it's a script that had a lot of promise, and I think it's a film that, if sometimes we have these things and they get kicked around, and this is a writer directorial thing where it's the same guy, but it's not like an auteur. It's not somebody that we've seen do things before. I think if this had been kicked around and picked up by, let's face it, the stuff that the Coens are doing singularly by themselves, not great. Are they better filmmakers and writers? Sure they are. But if they had taken this idea and jumped on board and allowed this guy to be a quote unquote co-writer, or have the credit for like the first draft, and then they just built upon the second draft, I think there's something here that would have been kind of great. Let's face it, it's sort of like a Midwestern-y Big Lebowski in many ways, except for instead of the dude, you have Sitting Bull. If you reshape and structure the story in a certain way, it can be its own kind of fun, where instead of this memorable Jeff Bridges performance, you have this kid walking around saying he's Sitting Bull while everybody's trying to find this ancient t-shirt that means a lot to, in terms of culture. So, possibilities are here, and that's good to have a film with possibilities instead of having a film where you're like, well, this just feels like regurgitated nonsense that came from like 20 other movies that I've already seen this year. Oh God, it's another shark movie. Thank you, world. I've missed on, it's been 20 days since I've seen a shark movie. I'm so happy to have another one, sometimes you're just, we just feels like we're beating dead horses all the time. So I liked Americana. I think it has good audio description. It's being distributed by Lionsgate, so you're going to have to figure out how to get that audio description, because it's probably going to go to Stars, where it won't have audio description and it'll die. So if you're interested in tracking down the audio description now, I'm just giving you a heads up. If you live in the United States, good luck. Eventually, I'm sure it'll bounce around years from now to a streaming service, but if you're more interested in sooner rather than later, it's probably something you're going to have to rent video on demand like I did. because Lionsgate sometimes gives me screams. I don't know why I didn't get a screener for this. I praised the ever-loving fuck out of She Rides Shotgun. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. This is not one of my favorite movies of the year, but it is a film I like. So you would think that they'd be like, oh my God, he really likes She Rides. He likes, oh my God, he loves She Rides Shotgun. Jesus Christ. So maybe we'll try the next film? Question mark? No, I didn't get Americana. So I did get a really weird, just like a general promo publicity thing when this thing was dropping video on demand to like let me know in case I wanted to help them out and write an article about Americana hits. I'd be more excited to let people know if I knew whether or not to recommend Americana. Come on, guys, help me help you. I'm here to help talk about good movies or bad, recommend and help discern where people should be watching and why I liked things and why somebody else may like things. And I'm not here to bash things intentionally. I know that feels like there's so many channels that are doing that. Americana, check it out. I think it'll be fine. I think it's good. It's not the best film of the year, but I mean, I've already seen Honey Don't, and this is better. So Honey Don't has maybe a little bit more style to it and flair, but as far as the actual story and the characters go, oddly enough, I think Americana is better. So I'm gonna give Americana a 7.2 out of 10, fresh. Again, yeah, like not the best film of the year, and it's not the same score I gave She Rides Shotgun, but yeah, you need all the thumbs ups you can get, I think, in this world, and I'm here for it. I'm here for Americana. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you guys on the other side.